It's me, the Crystal King, and I'm going to be showing you some of my Redstone designs for a hidden staircase. So what I mean by something that does this, basically, that does a double, that pulls a piston up, that makes a staircase that can then retract and then you can walk through. I have 3 designs for this. And I guess you can look at the second design I've made for the technically third, because I had a prototype for the design that did work, but it was really unreliable. So I made this. This one's I made it 2-wide. This doesn't have to be 2-wide. I'm going to break. So basically, this is all that you need. If you don't need this, this can be this type of block, but I recommend getting 1 redstone because that's more cheaper than that. And this is generally it. This is the entire contraption. I must go to redstone half. I can put it back later. But yeah, the first contraption. I'm gonna make 3 parts. This 3 short parts, but I'm gonna make 1 full video. And this one talks about this one. So this one, you need a target block. You don't need a target block to repeat it, but I'd rather use a target block. Put a target block there, put a couple of redstone dust, put a resin dust on top of a transparent block. Recommend using glass. I think that's a 4-tick. I don't know. This 2-click repeater, and then a 4-tick, and then a max tick repeater, and then a couple of redstone dust, then a repeater, observer, and this is the entire build. So yeah, hi guys, it's me, the Crystal King. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a, so basically this is a hidden staircase. So basically a staircase that has 2 blocks, like that, has staircase blocks, and then it tracks these 2 blocks into the ground. And here's my 1-wide version of it. I've made 3 versions. I've made 3 versions of the same contraption. Well, last time I showed off that one, you can go look at the video, like on my channel. And today I'm covering this one, which is the one which is the most recent one I made. So basically, what this one does, wait, what did I forget? Oh, let's dust here. And so basically, the parts on the side are literally what powered this this double extender. This stuff back over here powers this guy. So basically, what happens is that you send the signal to this, which activates that repeater, which sends a signal to there, setting up to activating this block. Also sends and then this dust also sends a signal down here, also sends a signal to that dust, sends a signal down here, which sends to the solid block, activating this piston, and then sends a signal to that redstone dust, and to this repeater, and then it travels up here. And then you might be asking, what are these 2 4-tick max tick repeaters doing here? These 2 repeaters are what attracts the block. Like you see those light up and attract the block, and that's kind of what I can do. Today I'm going to be showing the last part of my short series of the last part of this basically the last video of me showing off my hidden staircases, which is basically a staircase. Imagine a staircase like this. What this thing does is attract any of the 2 blocks, any 2 blocks you want. I say these 2 blocks into the ground, letting you pass through the ceiling you walk through. And this is my first ever design of it, and I'm covering this one today. Basically, what happens when you power any of these 3 ones, it sends a signal to this repeater, which powers this resin dust, which then powers this repeater, which then powers this sticky piston. And then over here, this is 4-tick repeater that eventually powers this 0 for later. What happens under here is that a repeater that has a almost max tick, 2 clicks, and resin dust power this piston, and then this one does powers that piston. Then she basically watch this. You see, this powers that, and then when it retracts, you see, and then that sends a pulse, because when this turns off, then that pulse to that observer, which powers that off. But that's basically most of what I have to cover for this. I counted how many blocks it takes to make this. It takes around like 22. Around 22. I kind of ran out of time for the other ones, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell button.